All right, motherfuckers. We're gonna do something different today. What's it called? Dave Meltzer and some dude named Jim Valley up in this bitch made a video talking about Wrestle Kingdom Night 1. And then I think the two of them or two other people did a similar video. It's from F4W Online. I didn't watch the videos, if I'm being honest. I just went to just kind of troll the comments, right? And to see what people were saying, because I thought to myself, all right, this might be it, this might be the moment when the Smarks turn it around, when they're presented complete garbage and they're like, oh, okay, I see what other people have been saying this whole time. These people actually do suck ass, maybe Kota Ibushi and Will Ospreay are all right, honestly, but that's about it, man. These people, the rest of them are just a bunch of jobbers. This might be worse than AEW, which is saying a lot. If you're worse than a company that has tag teams like Butch and Bottom, then you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel, you know what I mean? And I'm going to talk about a few things. One of them is going to be some tidbits that I remember from the commentary of Wrestle Kingdom Night 1. And I'm going to talk, I primarily want to do this video just to look at what the comments are saying, you know what I mean? So we're going to look at both videos, Night 1 of Wrestle Kingdom and Night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom. What is the real name? Night 1 of Wrestle Kingdom 14 was incredible. Wrestling Observer Radio. Now, this is the most biased bullshit ever. These people are definitely on the payroll, definitely complete shills. I don't know what interest they have in this garbage, but they're definitely getting paid because no way anyone can say this with an honest face. All right. First comment. The first few comments are comments that I responded to because that's how YouTube ranks them, I guess, right? But the first comment that I see here on my page, motherfuckers, is by this guy. I'm not gonna name names because it is what it is. People have their opinions. But some guy says, Kazuchika, goddamn Okada. Holy shit, man. Love Night 1. Can't wait for Night 2 tonight. To which I reply, let's see what I said. I said, I especially liked when he completely missed the dropkick and couldn't catch Ibushi doing a standing moonsault. Then I said a bunch of other shit. The point is, the way I see it, man, that match was complete shit. A lot of people, here's the problem with Smarks, It's one thing you can like whatever you want, I'm not here to judge what is good and what is not in terms of personal taste, right? Some people like pickles, some people like cucumbers, you know what I mean? And some people like both of them up their own ass. But I'm not here to judge any of that. What I am here to talk about, and I don't mean just this video, but I mean typically, right? Typically, what I like to point out, and that's why I'm the hater, motherfuckers, is inconsistencies, right? If someone said, for example, hey, WWE isn't that good, New Japan isn't that good, right? But I like New Japan. Because of whatever reason. Even if the reason is because I like people with weird colored hair dressing like peacocks. Hey, man, all the power to you. But what I don't like is the lies, is the fake news, motherfuckers. That's right, I'm using a Trump word. Is the fake news that goes around wrestling, right? These kind of little lies, right? These false narratives, right? The primary false narrative that I'm seeing here and that I address is this idea that this guy says, Kazuchika goddamn Okada. Holy shit, man. As if this guy did something impressive, All I saw was a bunch of weirdos just botching moves left and right, And in my opinion, in this video, I did hear part of it now that I remember. In this video, Dave Meltzer says, well, after Wrestle, it might be in the other one, but whatever. After this weekend, basically, he's like, well, now he's like, you have to say that Okada is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Maybe the best wrestler of all time. Maybe the best wrestler of all time? Are you fucking insane? Right? This guy, in my head, clearly, I remember two botches in the match against Kota Ibushi. The completely missed missile dropkick, completely missed, didn't even touch him, right? And his inability to catch Kota Ibushi doing a standing moonsault in slow motion. Kota Ibushi basically did a handspring, a back handspring, and was like, catch me, dog. And the guy couldn't catch him. He tried, but he's not strong enough. Okada is a weak, puny, chubby man. He's not this he's not a star by any metric, And people are like, oh, he's the best wrestler of all time. I can't even, in his entire career, I cannot think of 2 times that Kurt Angle has botched or 2 times that Shawn Michaels has botched. This guy botched twice at least in one match, and he's the best wrestler of all time. There's people who haven't, John Cena. I can't remember the last time John Cena botched. You know, there's people that, I mean, I understand, like, John Cena isn't doing exactly like, you know, he's not doing flips and shit like that. So it's more understandable that you're going to botch me do that. But Okada's not doing that either, you know? He's not this, like, insane wrestler. He's a very boring wrestler. He's like, he wrestles like Randy Orton, except Randy Orton plays a character. You know, Randy Orton is like this calculated guy. Okada is like this flashy guy who does like suplexes and has a clothesline finisher. Even though he's like 210 pounds, right? He should have some sort of like kick type finish, like a super kick or something, you know? But honestly, I don't think he's athletic enough to raise his leg to do a super kick. This guy is like the bottom of the barrel in terms of athleticism, in my opinion. You know, but that's neither here nor there. Let's move on, motherfuckers. Next comment. Okay, one of them, some of them are irrelevant, I guess. All right, this guy says an excellent hardcore match and outrageous. Oh, it was wacky, an outrageous juniors match, a drama-filled affair with Naito and White, and a straight-up fight in the main event. Wrestle Kingdom was amazing all around. Wrong, it was garbage. What was the drama behind Naito and Jay White? What was the drama? The drama was Naito sucks, and now he has to prove himself, which was the exact same storyline of last year. It was Tanahashi sucks, he's gonna have to prove himself. New Japan's like storyline system is exactly that. It's always like, it's the John Cena system, you know? John Cena comes back, wins like 9 matches in a row nowadays, and then he loses to like a Rusev or something, right? He loses to Rusev, and he's like, oh, I gotta rethink my career. I mean, my fans, like, they're important to me. You know, I can't let them down. And then he like leaves for 6 months, films a movie, comes back like nothing happened. You know, it's the same exact thing. Like, not last year, but 2 years ago, Tanahashi was like in the co-main event, and he lost the co-main event, and people are like, well, what's next for Tanahashi? What the fuck do you mean what's next for Tanahashi? What you should be asking is, what's next for Yoshihashi or Yujiro Takahashi, if you even know the difference, right? These people that have been perpetual jobbers in like the entire existence of New Japan. What's next for Tanahashi? Well, how about he gets one of those like deals where he can wrestle there for 50 years, right? And he retires at 55 after being irrelevant for 15 years, like Jushin Liger just did. Well, maybe that's next for him, you know? But no, motherfuckers, of course that's not next to him because he's only 40, so he's not done yet. As soon as Kevin Kelly's retard face said, what's next for Tanahashi? I told my friend, I'm like, Tanahashi's winning the G1 Climax, and he's winning the title of Wrestle Kingdom, and sure as shit, that's what happened. So this idea of like, oh, what's next for Naito, it's the same exact thing. What's next for him? He's gonna win everything. That's what's next for him. Every time people start asking what's next for this guy, is it over for him? You know he's gonna become champion, at least for a month or two, right? Like, rest assured, Okada is winning the title in like 2 months probably and holding it until next year because you can't trust the company with these jobbers. I mean, Okada's a jobber too, but at least he's an established jobber, you know? What else we got up in this bitch? Someone's like, if we look past this stupid war going on, we are being treated as some of the best wrestling ever. No, you're not, motherfuckers. What war? What the fuck are you talking about, you know? This guy. Next guy. No shit. New Japan Pro Wrestling is the best wrestling on the planet, which was a sentiment echoed by, I think, Don Callis, you know? Like, after some match, he's like, I don't think it's even disputable. This is the best wrestling in the world. What the fuck do you mean? It was 2 anonymous retards just jobbing left and right. It wasn't objectively good. You know, like, I understand it's a fake sport, so you don't need to really, like, try or even be athletic, as CM Punk showed us. You don't need to have any actual talent, any actual ability, right? But there's a clear correlation between people that are athletic and people that are good, right? So Kurt Angle, obviously, like one of the best athletes of all time, great wrestler, right? Shawn Michaels, great athlete, great wrestler. Velveteen Dream, motherfuckers, great athlete, great wrestler, right? But more so than that, it comes down to charisma. And honestly, nobody in New Japan has any charisma. Like, Naito had some charisma, but the way he looked, I was watching it, like, I couldn't believe it, man. This guy just looked like a piece of shit. He looked like one of those guys that does steroids for like 6 months and then quits for like 3 years and just starts looking like shit, loses all his gains. He just looked like a normal person, man. There was nothing intimidating about him at all. Like, I honestly believe I could go beat up Naito. I really do, man. Like, I think I should be New Japan World Champion, you know? Makes absolutely no sense to me, motherfuckers. So that's what I say about that. Like, people like, what's his face? Like, Will Ospreay look like bigger. He's a junior heavyweight. He's like substantially larger than Naito. He's more athletic. He's better in every way, like except for charisma, I guess, right? I guess he has no charisma. But like, there's absolutely no logic behind this. You know, like the cruiserweights are bigger than the heavyweights. What the fuck is that, right? And then Hiromu Takahashi came back. He looked like shit too. You've been out for like a year, man. You know, instead of coming up with a new move, how about you hit the gym a little bit, dude? How about make a fucking effort, man? There was like one guy, he was one of those like young lions or whatever in New Japan. You know what I mean? I forget his name because, he's like on excursion now, like, like having to pay his dues because they won't let him be like a star. But he's huge. It was like Kitamura or something like that. This guy was a beast. And he like lost all his matches in the little Young Lions Cup 2 years ago. I'm like, this guy's like, why don't you push this guy? Why the fuck do I have to watch people like Yoshihashi? Like this loser. Like this guy sucks ass. It makes absolutely no sense to me. But it is what it is. What can you do, right? And then this guy says, my favorite moment was Kota shooting on Okada. It was excellent. Now, let's not even entertain the possibility that anyone that's commenting on this video speaks Japanese. You don't speak Japanese. You don't know what the fuck Okada said to Tetsuya Naito. The best like metric you have of what he possibly could have said is that unknown commentator. I guess maybe it was probably Rocky Romero because I think he speaks Japanese, right? One of the commentators was translating kind of, right? Not to be confused with the other commentator. Man, this was like one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. It was literally gay. Like, and at this time, I'm not even using gay like it's fucked up and weird. I'm using gay like this was like a homosexual moment. The announcers, and normally that would be whatever, right? But you're announcers, you're supposed to do your job. You shouldn't be doing this. It's kind of like the time that college football game when, what's his name, AJ McCarron, like his girlfriend was in the stands, and the announcer loses his mind, and he's like, oh, what a beautiful young lady, right? And some people were like, that's fucked up. And some people were like, oh, whatever, he was being nice. And the issue there wasn't like he shouldn't say it because the issue is that he's doing his fucking job. If picture yourself at your job, and instead of doing your job, like say you're a mechanic, someone's like, hey, Bob, change the tire. And instead of changing the tire, you just like sit down and you start saying, wow, what a beautiful woman this woman who's waiting for a car is, right? Like out loud, and on TV. You know what I mean? That's the problem, right? And at a certain point, like one of the announcers was making a pretty decent point. And the point was that Kota Ibushi looks like an archetype of a wrestler, right? They were pretty much saying what JBL says about Randy Orton, if you could craft a superstar, you'd build him like Randy Orton, Maggle, right? Something like that, right? So they were doing that, and I'm like, all right, I could see it because Kota Ibushi, even though he's like small compared to like WWE guys in New Japan, he looks like fucking Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? So like I get it, and he's obviously a dude who's like in really good shape. But at one point, one of the announcers is like, oh, Kota Ibushi is like athletic, but he's not too muscular. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like literally the most muscular guy you have there, aside from like Vance Hoyt. And Vance Hoyt is like a bullshit wrestler. He's not even taken seriously, Like him and Davey Boy Smith are the only two big guys they have. Everyone else is like fat and short. Nobody there looks like an intimidating guy, Like if you look at like Antonio Inoki, who I've never seen wrestle, but if you just look at him, you're like, man, this is a big dude. Like he didn't look like a pussy, Even like someone like Minoru Suzuki, who's like a smaller guy, right? He is not you can tell. I mean, we already know because he has like a relatively successful MMA career, but you can just tell by looking at him, this guy's not a pussy, man. Like you would not want to meet Minoru Suzuki in a dark alley if he's angry. You just wouldn't. Like this guy looks like a killer, you know what I mean? But then you have people like fucking Okada. This guy has like absolutely no intimidation factor whatsoever, And for this guy to say his favorite part was Kota shooting on Okada, you don't know what the fuck they said. The only thing that I heard was these stupid ass announcers. They're like, oh, if you could build like Ibushi is really built like a wrestler. He's athletic. He's this. They give a bunch of good adjectives, and then at one point, one of them is like, he's beautiful. Like one of the fucking announcers. This is like all dudes, right? Like it's not like if this happened on Raw and Renee Young said it about like I don't know, like imagine you had someone whose gimmick was that they're like a handsome guy, like Cucky Rhodes back in the day. If Renee Young was on commentary and she said, wow, Cody's so attractive, and it wasn't part of a storyline, that would be fucking weird. People would be like, what the hell are you talking about? That's fucking strange. You can't be saying that, right? You don't see people like Beth Phoenix saying like, oh, Randy Orton, what an attractive young guy he is, right? You don't hear that kind of shit. That's fucking strange. Like, why would someone say that, So, but these like five men, they're giving positive attributes about Kota Ibushi. They're like, oh, this guy's like tall, this guy's like this guy's that, and he is a lot of those things. He like Kota Ibushi's cool. He looks like a wrestler, he looks like a star. I mean, insofar as New Japan goes, like he is a lot of those things. He's a handsome guy, but you don't just sit there and say he's beautiful, and then like one of the other ones was like yeah, he's beautiful. Like they just kind of agreed over, like they mutually like befriended each other, these two announcers, based on their mutual love and attraction to Kota Ibushi in the creepiest of ways. Like, this is a male wrestler, and you're using adjectives like, he's beautiful. What the fuck? Like, this is like the kind of garbage that these smarks like eat up, And that's why they're all like a bunch of fucking weirdos, That's why you see things like, I'd go gay for Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, how could you not turn into that kind of person when all you hear is Don Callis telling you how beautiful Kota Ibushi is? It's fucking strange, man. These people need to stop immediately, Next up, some guy says Jericho and Tanahashi is going to be a stack of fun to watch tonight. All right, that's a pretty harmless comment. When isn't Wrestle Kingdom not amazing? I don't know, dog. How about this time? This time it was garbage. This other guy says the show was amazing. And there's one thought that came into my mind halfway through Okada versus Ibushi. Because as great as the show was, I felt like something was missing. Now I have to go into smart voice because I'm understanding how smarky this is going to probably turn out. I felt like something was missing. And I couldn't really understand what until I realized... Tanahashi wasn't even on the show. Think about it for a second. An entire Tokyo Dome card without a wrestler of the caliber of Hiroshi Tanahashi, one of the key figures of New Japan in the last 20 years. Oh my god, this is a long post. Probably the most important wrestler for the resurgence of New Japan from the Dark Ages. That's probably true. One of the two most popular wrestlers in the company wasn't even on the show, and it was still awesome. And then you stop and think about tomorrow. As if it's like some dramatic shit's gonna happen. Okada versus Naito. Ibushi versus White, Tanahashi versus Jericho, my penis versus my hand, Goto's penis versus my ass. He might as well be writing that kind of shit. What the fuck is this, man? Like, what are you, like, pining over this garbage? Anyways, it continues. I can't believe it. I don't know if it can top tonight, just simply because Ospreay is not on the card. But Jesus, this is still another insane card. Think about what they give us in 2 nights. Yeah, sure, AEW is great. NXT is great. Their Wednesday night quote-unquote war is interesting. But let's not get things wrong. When it comes to quality professional wrestling, New Japan is still #1 by far. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It sucks. All right. This other guy, same guy from 2 posts ago. He says, man, if they can work with AEW steady, it'd be so great for wrestling fans. No, it wouldn't. It'd be great for neckbeards. Like 400,000 people would watch. The rest of them would be like, who the fuck are these guys? Why does everyone have weird hair? Yeah. Let's see what they got here. These guys literally do this every year. Match of the year week into freaking... what the fuck are you doing? None of this was match of the year. I watched Omega Tanahashi last year, and I wouldn't say it was the second best ever at the Tokyo Dome. I liked the Naito White match. White did a lot this year to show he deserves a spot. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? This is ridiculous, man. What? And this guy's talking about sumo. I know this because I commented. He's like, I'm still waiting for Tochinoshin, his return to Ozaki. Is this even like on topic? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, This is just like, this is unacceptable, guys. Unacceptable. Like, everything here is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy to me that there are this many people that actually, like, okay, here's one. And this guy says, you're telling me Dave enjoyed a New Japan Pro Wrestling show? Shut the fuck up. That's a good one. That's a good egg right there who gets it. You know what I mean? Who gets it? They're people are just talking about how great this card is, how awesome this is, a bunch of weird shit. You know what I mean? Like, 5-star match this. That's another thing, motherfucks. I went to see how many 5-star matches this event got, and I don't think the ratings are out yet. But I saw the list, and the number of 5-star matches of like this decade, of like from 2010 to like now, is insane. Like from the 2000s, right, to 2010, when you had like stars like Batista, right, and Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle in his prime, like TNA had like so many matches that are way better than everything we've ever seen. And if you compare it to like this G1 Climax, according to Dave Retard, right, this guy's like there's like 8 5-star matches within like a 1.5 week span. So you mean to tell me that in this 1.5 week New Japan put out better matches than WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, anyone else did in the last 10 years? It is the most ridiculous thing ever. And if you believe this to be true, you are clinically retarded. There is no other explanation. There is no saving you anymore, man. I'm trying, motherfuckers. I'm trying. But there is no saving you guys. You people have lost your minds. You really think that New Japan, according to that retard, like, they've put on so many great matches in one G1 Climax. It's like Tomohiro Ishii versus Hiroki Goto, 5.5-star match. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels, 4 2/3. Like, are you insane? Tomohiro Ishii is a better wrestler than Kurt Angle? Tomohiro Ishii is not a better wrestler than fucking, like, Rob Conway, let alone Kurt Angle. This is insane, man. These people have lost their minds. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. These people just, like, they need like, and this other idiot, no dull moment. Not every match is amazing, but they're all entertaining. Are they? Are they really entertaining? I'm actually getting upset now. Is it entertaining to see like 10 people over the age of 65 wrestle for like 8 minutes and have like 25 to 30 minutes of entrances? And I'm supposed to pretend that I know who the fuck they are? The people in Tokyo were like, who the fuck is that guy? I stopped giving a shit about wrestling. And then like the marks on the announce team, they're like, oh, that's like Tatsukiri Marakushi. Oh, you know, he headlined like All Japan Wrestling in 1983 against like Tomosuke Kakaduki or whatever, right? And they pretend that they know. And then when Kenta, right, in the end of the show, Kenta, or as everyone really knows him, Hideo Itami, when that idiot came out after losing to Hiroki Goto, this guy came out and attacked Naito after Naito won everything, apparently, right? And I'm supposed to give a shit. This is a guy that was losing to Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick. And now he's like, he can go after the simultaneous Intercontinental and Heavyweight Champion? And I'm supposed to care? Kenta who would lose to like Sin Cara? That Kenta? Are you fucking kidding me? This is insane. The Kenta who could barely beat Tyler Breeze is not going to go after the world champion? This is ridiculous, man. Like, there's absolutely nothing to like this. This guy says Dave gonna give Ibushi Okada 6 stars? ? 6 stars? There was 2 botches. This thing should get nothing above 3.5 stars just because those 2 botches. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me, man. Like, this was not good, guys. This was not good. I'm kind of done with this comment thread. So let's move on to the second one. We're not done with the video, motherfuckers. We're not done with the video, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see like look at these idiots. Oh my god, they're so stupid. Look at this. This guy asks, why is there 2 nights? Like, why do they have the event in 2 nights? And then this idiot says, because New Japan decided to give us 2 nights of Christmas. True reason. Wrestle Kingdom was too successful as a business, so they make it last 2 nights. Are you kidding me? Wrestle Kingdom was too successful of a business? WrestleMania is like 50 times more successful, and it's only 1 night. That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard in my entire life. They did it for 2 nights to milk the people dry, man, because people are too dumb, and they'll watch this crap anyways. You understand what I'm saying? They'll watch it no matter what. That's what it is. And possibly the cherry on top of this cake of shit, some guy says in the same video, if you put NJPW guys on TNT, they will boost ratings and attendance, but egos and pride. Oh my god. First of all, they will draw nothing. Nobody gives a fuck about these guys. Nobody knows who they are. 2, egos and pride? What ego? What pride? Why would anyone, even Cody, who sucks ass, why would he be concerned that Tanahashi is taking his spotlight? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever, man. Someone says recency bias. That's probably accurate. I don't know. It's just bad, guys. It's just bad. We need to just fucking get to the next video to maybe kind of get some better comments, something a bit more sensical, because perhaps, motherfucks, after night 2, people realize that this was just like such shit that, like, you know, they'll just kind of come around. But I mean, that's giving the Smarks too much credit. Oh, we're actually at the bottom of the comments. Let's just read the last 2. Chris Benoit says, very disappointing night 1. The first response is, WWE fanboy detected. The tag matches were okay for what they were, but the singles matches were all really good. Better than most of the shit matches from WWE. What is this like weird obsession with labeling someone that doesn't like New Japan a WWE fanboy? You know, I'm not a WWE fanboy at all, but I recognize that WWE is still better than this garbage, right? I'm not a fanboy of it by any means. You know, like it's not at all what I like to see. Do you think I want to see fucking Liv Morgan come out and be like, I'm a lesbian for Lana and have a cake situation with her and Rusev? No, I don't want to see that garbage, but it's better than seeing like Okada, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather see that than Okada. And the guy responds, he says, I love how you immediately jump on the he's a WWE fanboy train. It's possible to be disappointed with that WWE bias, assuming the latter he means, but he was later, gets in the way of an actual conversation. Okay, what is this garbage? These people are just so stupid. So dumb. All right. This guy says, I'll be a minority, whatever. But NJW won't take my money until it becomes something more than the Okada show, a show with just good wrestling, and a place where Wrestle Kingdom is a minority. What? A place where Wrestle Kingdom is you a minority in Japan, you're losing? Now to say Juice and Finlay didn't get their win, but an excellent extent killed. What the fuck is this guy talking about? He's making this about like SJW politics? If you're a minority, you have to win? What the fuck are you? This is fucking like New Japan, dog. This is New Japan. Like Japan's like the most like exclusive country of all time. They're like, I don't want to say they're racist, but I mean they are kind of like. I mean, and I get it. You know, like they don't want foreigners. You know, like I went to Japan. I was loud. You know, yeah, as you might imagine, motherfuckers. I was loud on the subway, right? And they probably didn't like that, and I totally understand. You know, like I was only there for a couple weeks, but you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get it. Now let's move on to the second one. First, my comments here first. Someone says, Naito finally got his Tokyo Dome moment he deserved. Whatever, man. Whatever, dog. Oh my God. Someone says January 4 and 5 at the Tokyo Dome has really hit the hardcore WWE fans in the feels. A lot of rage and bitterness from the Vince apologists over the last few days. Oh my God. Because they hate the people that still care about professional wrestling. You know, these people are like, they've lost their minds, man. This is not normal. This is not normal behavior, dog. This is fucking strange. Like, it's come to a point where like it's no longer normal to have this level of groupthink, you know? It's just weird. Like, these people really believe that it's some sort of like conspiracy. Like the rest of us like Vince, and we can't let ourselves like NJWP or whatever, NJPW, right? Because of some like brand loyalty. Like, dude, nobody is loyal to WWE anymore. No one gives a fuck anymore, man. Everyone's like the kind of fan everyone is now is a passive fan. The only like weird fans, the only obsessive fans now are like people that like New Japan and AEW, you know, these bunch of nerds who just want to pretend that like these people have improved on wrestling somehow. They haven't. It's complete garbage. But anyways, this idiot says, I really hope they build up Shingo Takagi. He's 37. And I hope he gets a chance for the... Oh, okay. Never mind. He's not an idiot. He's saying he's 37 like he's old because he is fucking old. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got here. Another... Jesus, the guy made the same comment again? About the sumo guy? What the fuck, man? This is weird. For me, Okada versus Naito was the best match in both nights. What do you mean in both nights? They only wrestled once, retard. Jesus Christ. Some guy says, my favorite match since Okada versus Omega 4. How the fuck do you keep track of that shit? This is like, no way anybody likes this garbage. Anyways, let's see what we got here. I worked with a guy and said, you know what I mean all day? I never did know. You know what I mean? That's me. I say that all the time. Let's see here. Naito vs. Okada was amazing considering the damage each one of them took in night one. To me, though, in terms of the whole night two, Sanada vs. Sabre was a technical wrestling clinic. It's a fake sport. There's no technicality in fake shit. To me, it felt like this current generation's Steamboat versus Savage with all the counters. Okay, he compared Sanada and Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. is the kind of guy, he doesn't even look like a normal guy. He's the kind of guy that you see at the mall and you're like, all right, this guy probably works for Apple in their geek bar, or whatever the fuck it's called. You know when you go to an Apple store and you're like, hey, fix my shit, nerd. He looks like one of those guys, man. This guy has like no muscle whatsoever. This guy, I don't think Zack Sabre Jr. has been in the gym in like 3 years. This guy, like, it's the most ridiculous thing ever. And Sanada, he's like in decent shape, but I mean, his stupid haircut and the fact that he's done absolutely nothing for the last 5 years, even though every year they're like, this is Sanada's year. He's done nothing. Get over it. You know what I mean? And this guy's comparing him to Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage. It's fucking insane to me, man. This guy says, with hindsight, Naito should have won 2 years ago. Investing in Omega only for him to bail 6 months after putting their trust in him. They never should have put the belt on him, and the G1 win being his only win over Okada. Now, I'm going to click on this, and I'm almost certain that the 3 replies that I can't see right now are going to be like, leave Kenny alone. Let's see. He should never have been Okada Dome because he was screwed over the hottest he ever was. Yeah, okay, so here it is. Someone white knighting for Kenny Omega, probably hoping that they have sex or something. Weird fuck. He's dropping it. I believe Omega should have never won the belt. I think Omega should have won the G1. Oh my god. These people, like, the way that they argue sometimes is just ridiculous to me. Let's see what we got here. I like how long term he means. Booking New Japan does always has a meaning, to a fitting end for Naito and getting his big Tokyo Dome win, to winning the IWGP heavyweight title. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, everyone does that. It's not just them. Like, do you not think that Cody Rhodes is not gonna be champion this year somehow? He's gonna be champion this year, Doug. Either him or Kenny Omega. It's gonna happen. You know, so get over yourselves. But anyways, what do we got here? Now people are talking about the future. This is ridiculous. Okada versus Naito is my favorite match. It's the culmination of an 8-year story arc. How is it an 8-year story arc, you idiots? For these idiots, everything is like a multi-year story arc. Oh, Kenny Omega versus Okada is the culmination of a 7-year storyline. Oh, with Naito, it's an 8-year storyline. and then next year, when Okada loses to like Jay White or something, they'll be like, oh, it's the culmination of a 7-year storyline. It's the same shit, man. You can't just put someone in there, and these people are so dumb. Like, what's the storyline? What's the storyline between Okada and Naito? What's the 8-year storyline? What has happened? As a matter of fact, I'm going to say this guy's name, Yahya Zakaria. Well, as a matter of fact, why don't you tell me, kid? Tell me what has happened in these last 8 years that makes this compelling storyline. That's right. You can't. Nothing happened. It's bullshit, motherfuckers. What else we got? Splitting in 2 nights helped me digest and appreciate the wrestling better. Ugh. Honestly, I had more fun overall with night 1. No one cares. Okada versus Naito is a certified 5-star match for me. Like, I give a shit what you think. Night 2, well, I guess I do. I'm reading these things, right, motherfuckers? So we got it live in Osaka. I had to work right now. Went to both shows. That's great. Who the fuck cares? Someone says, so? You want a biscuit? Nobody gives a fuck. I like this guy. And this other guy's like, oh, I went to Osaka too. Why is that great? Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, it's so stupid. Just, like, be quiet. Like, oh, I live in Osaka. Can someone give me a like? Fucking nerds. Someone says Suzuki stole the show and you all know it. No one cares. Someone says Naito 2 belts. That's funny. My only complaints... okay. There's no responses to that. Let's get the ones with the responses. Thought the show was okay, but I got a bit bored with some of the matchups with all the false finishes and kickouts. Let's see what the idiots say. And your comment almost matches your name. Oh wow, because this guy's name is Mental Health Matters, and some nerd is like, your comment almost matches your name. It was garbage. He's right, motherfuckers. Kindly review the Jericho Fakahashi match. Fakahashi? What the fuck are you people talking about? It's not even Fakahashi, you douche. Yeah, douchebags. Gato is one hell of a booker. What the fuck did he book? You can just flip a coin. Who gives a fuck who wins? Does anyone really care? Like, Okada's going to be champion again in like 3 months. You know? The fuck? Jim Valley needs an inhaler. Who gives a fuck about Jim Valley? Who the fuck is Jim Valley? It's a better question, motherfuckers. What do we got here? Oh, this guy's like, the most gorgeous belt. Okada should take a long rest now. The guy has transcended into big match wrestler only like Brock Lesnar is. That's actually a decent comment. Brock Lesnar is awesome. Now, I guarantee you the responses are going to be, Brock Lesnar couldn't lace Okada's boots. Okada is a better wrestler than Brock. Brock has less moves than John Cena. What the fuck? Brock used to have a pretty decent moveset. What moves does Okada have? I have to comment on this one, right, motherfuckers? Okada's a better wrestler. How the fuck is Okada a better wrestler than Brock Lesnar, who's a real wrestler? You're fucking insane, man. Anyways, I guess we'll leave it at that, guys. I'm going to do some other things. The end of the year awards are coming soon. I guarantee it, motherfuckers. So tonight is Raw. I'm going to try to watch Raw and review it, but I am really tired. I got 0 sleep last night. I've been working all day like a pig. So we'll see how that goes. There's also the season debut of The Bachelor, motherfuckers. So I might be watching that a little bit. Maybe I'll review The Bachelor too, you know. But if I have time, I'll watch, what's it called? Fucking Raw. My girlfriend is coming over to watch The Bachelor because she likes it now all of a sudden. And I'm like, all right, we'll watch it. But she's coming late, so maybe I'll watch wrestling before. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, motherfuckers. We'll see how it goes, cucks. All right, motherfuckers. just so you're clear, don't listen to any of these idiots, right? New Japan Pro Wrestling is garbage. You understand me? It's shit. It's total garbage, motherfuckers.